What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another solo leveling Arise video. Alright guys, we're going to be doing a full-on normal WOBL on the free-to-play account with 0 blessings to get the job done. Now I'm going to use a couple different ways of doing this just to show you guys that you can do it in various different ways, but the most common theme here is going to be that GINA and Cha are going to be on the team, proving that you don't necessarily need the elements. But I'm going to do one with Charlotte, I'm going to do one with MIREI, okay? So we're going to go ahead and start off with these two on the team. And then we'll put MIREI here as well too. Now my A4 MIREI obviously could benefit from another wind unit, but I'm going to use GINA because I do enjoy GINA's gameplay a lot more, and he's honestly way better than my my Woos, right? So let's go ahead and jump in here, and I'll show you guys the setup. The 673. This is the gear, so I got full 8-piece greed. I could probably go 4-piece curse, 4-piece greed here as well to benefit, but I left it as is. I've got 4 and 4 for curse and expert on these guys, and we need to use Igris, Cerberus, and Iron here to get the job done. So let's go ahead with the methods fight and do this real quick. Now the key element to this fight is simple: break him, destroy him. At 70% or 75% or so, he does his little divination circle, which you need to avoid obviously in order not to take a lot of damage, and also he'll kill you if he gets the full bar. Get that out of the way. Don't do any ultimates at that point because you'll waste them. And then also at the 70, I think it's 50% mark or 45% mark or something like that, he also does his next skill, which is the next divination circle with a large AoE around it. Okay, so here we go. We're gonna break. We're gonna go ahead and do this. We're gonna keep this up. Alt here. I'm gonna bring in Cha. And here we're just gonna do our waltz as many times as we can until it fills up. And then we're gonna bring in MIREI. Skills on with MIREI. And here, don't even use your ultimate. Just let this part pass. He's gonna, okay, again, he's gonna go right in the middle now. Right there. And now you're gonna have to do that divination circle patterns. 1. So just grab these along the way. 2. Where's the next one? Where's the next one? 3. 4. And then 5. Right? And this is where you want to go ahead and cast it again. And then go into your ultimate. This is a good time to do your ultimate because now you're not wasting your MP and time running around in that circle and not doing any damage, right? She's one of your best damage dealers, so you want to make sure she's up and about to be able to do as much damage as she can. All right, here we go. Now, she is a glass cannon. I'm going to warn you guys, look how much damage she's doing, but she does. Now, this guy's going to die right now. All right, we're going to bring GINA in for this part. We'll do one of these just to get a shield up in case we get hit here. The shield won't, like, it'll just protect him pretty much. Alright, so you can dodge or you can shield through it. It's up to you. Right here, we're going to do a quick little pattern. Get Cha inside. And then again, just do what Cha does. Screams her name like a Pokemon. And then we're going to go into this skill and right into her ult. Alright, now this should set, if it does crit, it's going to put him back quite a bit. There it is. Perfect. And then MIREI back in. Alt here. Uh oh, she doesn't die. Alt here. You could have done one more skill if you wanted before ulting, but we're going to do this quick. Go out of that. At this point, you can go in and out if you want, depending on what, like if you want to survive or not. But we're gonna kill them. There you go. First run with 1:52 left. That's MIREI, Cha, and GINA. All right. Now, in terms of stats, I'm going to just show you guys my stats where they each are, so you guys have a general understanding of what my setup is. This is not a very good MIREI, by the way. My MIREI is very mid, I'd say. So it still gets the job done on this fight at least, okay? So let me go back here. You guys can just kind of see the stats on each of them. So here's my Cha. 24k attack, almost 50% crit, 200k crit hit damage, and 17% damage increase with 10% penetration. And then right here we got 50%, 185, 15%, 20k defense, and then my MIREI has only got 21k attack with 49%, 181, and 20% with 13%. Okay, so not very good. Like I said, this is pretty mid for a MIREI. There's a lot of better ones out there, as you guys are aware. Okay, so this fight here, we're gonna go 2 weapons, Moonshadow Dagger, Plum Sword, and we're gonna go 2 different skills. We're gonna go with the Magnifying Slashes and the Armor Break Vacuum Wave, and then we have ourselves these 3 here, putting us at 676, and then we're gonna keep everything else the same. Here's the blessings, just so you guys are aware: Pulverize, Bloodlust, Reawakening, and Elemental Weakness. So let's jump in here and I'll show you guys this fight with no blessings, and then we're gonna do the next fight. Now the next fight with Kaiselian, I'm gonna use Charlotte instead, and we'll do that fight together on that one, okay? And again, no blessings on the free-to-play account. Let's go in here. Gonna start with that. Yes, shadow step here. When she does those lines, feel free to shadow step right through it. Get another shadow step in. Here she's going to go side to side. Remember, those bombs explode as they go. Oh, that was a really short one. Okay. I got hit there. Honestly, it's so hard to still see with those guys in the way. Go, got a break in. Right before she had a chance to even hit me. So before doing magnifying slashes, wait for your moon shadows, okay? Because you'll do way more damage that way. There we go. Perfect. Dodge. Moon shadows into magnifying slashes. You got 40% already, guys. And this is a heroic magnifying slashes, just so you guys are aware, not a legendary one. So very easy to do even with that setup. Okay, a lot of people don't like the shadow step there. I do, just to get it done quick. I'm not too worried about the rest of it. Okay, getting Woo in there again. Why do I use Woo, you might ask? Well, I like the fact that I can have an extra dodge. Right, here we go. Her ultimate. Pretty easy to avoid. This is, I think, one of the coolest looking moves, yet one of the worst like moves put together. Like, it does no damage at all. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, wait, she actually hit me there. As I said it, she actually hit me. That's hilarious. Okay, here we go. Right, Moon Shadow Daggers. Into this, into full bloom, into an ult. Okay, that will kill her. I love that it just talks shit, and that was the first time I've ever been hit by that ult. And of course, it was when I was recording a video. Okay, this is going to kill her off. If not, we'll be almost there. Shadow step. Dark, that ultimate didn't kill her, to be honest with you guys. Alright, here we go. Oh, she just plummeted there. It's like gravity just took her soul away. Jesus. Alright, there we go. Completed that one. Shitty drops as usual. I've been having the worst luck with drops, man. Just absolutely horrible drops. Alright guys, now that Isil's out of the way, let's go to the next fight, which is the Baron of White Flames and Kaiselion. Now this is the team we're going to use. Charlotte, Gunhee, and Cha. This is the setup, okay? And this is the stats for Charlotte. We got ourselves the defense at 19.6k, critical at 50%, 188% at critical hit damage, defense penetration at 12.71, and damage increase at 20.66, A5 weapon. And then her skills are the following. You guys can see how they're all leveled up. Not super high, but high enough to actually do some damage. These should technically be up even higher, but it is what it is. We're going to stick with what we have. Oh, yeah, I'll even get this one up a little bit just because it does more damage. All right, so there we guys go. Now it's 876 versus 700. Let's show you guys the fight and why this works. Now, MIREI is perfectly fine here as well, but I enjoy Charlotte's gameplay for this fight specifically because there's a couple things she does do really well, like stacking ultimates and also the dash skills that help out. Okay, so let me show you guys how this fight is done. 1, 2, 3, dodge, follow some of your shadows here, start dropping your taunt, do your second skill, and get out. Okay, you guys see that I did not cast my ultimate there, right? The reason why I don't cast your ultimate there is simple, because you don't want to waste it. You want to wait till Gunhee breaks completely, and then you go ahead and do your skills after that, alright? And before you do your ultimate, you want to make sure that Cha comes in and does branded, so your ultimate has a better chance of critting and does more crit hit damage, alright? So super important, a few different things. Now, one thing when you are doing this fight, guys, make sure, even though you don't take damage with Gunhee, don't take the hits. Even with the shield, because you will actually end up wasting MP, because every hit Kaiselion does, he does end up doing MP loss on you, or Baron does on Kaisel, I should say. There we go. You guys see branded is on there. I casted my darkness increase. Here's the first ult. We're going to do a second ult and a second 1, 2, 3, second ult. And what you do here is you simply just do your second skill and get out. Okay? And QTE with Gunhee. That's about the only time I really do QTEs. At this point, I don't even do anymore. I just do Cha's moves, and then ult here. Okay, and the reason why you want ult here is you want to make sure that Gunhee's skills are up, and you crit, and look at that, you send him off to the next phase in a body bag, pretty much. See that? 61% already. Right? Pretty crazy. So here you want to build up your ult again with Charlotte, right there, and then don't use it, okay? We're going to go rid of our core. Now this is the second ult building. This whole phase here should take about 20 seconds, and you don't want to cast your ult anyways until after, and I'll show you guys when. When Cha comes in first and does branded again, then you want to cast it, alright? So here we're going to get rid of Charlotte. We're going to summon our shadows in a couple seconds. Not just yet. We're gonna go ahead and do it now though. Okay, get this fully built, get that branded on there, do our second skill, darkness increase, and then you cast it. Okay, so again, branded is on there, darkness increase is on there, and now you're doing more damage, and now you're gonna stack your ultimate twice. Right, in this phase it's important to have your shadows out because it's going to give you a little bit more leeway and wiggle room to get around these little lightning drops that he does, which makes you lose MP and a crap load of damage. So that your shadows will take most of the hits there, then that's an important part. Okay, so that'll help you preserve your MP, which is, again, in my opinion, the hardest part of this fight, is continuously keeping your MP intact. Okay, we're going to do this, and we're going to hope we crit. And we do. Perfect. Here we're going to go ahead and cast this. 1, 2, 3, and get out. So we're going to do our core, get out, and I bring down heat back in. Very important here to keep your shield up, by the way. So even if your shield goes down in this phase, just cast your fighting spirit skill, the first skill, and usually get a shield right back up, right? I'm going to do it right now. You guys go. Okay, we're going to do a couple more hits. QTE in here. You guys can see we have quite a bit of time and fairly good on mana. Okay, here we go. Gonna summon our shadows. Again, summon the shadows in this phase, you want them just to take the hits, okay? So you don't want to deal with these extra little mana hits that you have to deal with. Normally without them, just let them take the hits. You guys can see the hitbox is huge though, right, for this mana loss. So very important, guys, to remember that. You normally don't want to stand in any of this stuff, but right now, just because there's really not much wiggle room around him, I mean, I can go right here if I want to, I guess. Okay, here we go. Do as many of these as you can. Get out. Bring her back in. 1, 2, 3. Alt. Okay, core attack. Second skill. Then he comes in. Takes care of business. Does his alt. Pretty straightforward. Right around here, let him do these little attacks. Okay, and then with Cha here, you want to get 5 of your waltz in if you can. There we go, we got 5 in. Do an alt. Swap out for Charlotte. Uh-oh. I was like, oh, am I going to die standing in this? It's getting pretty close, guys. Should be able to still get it done, but we're getting pretty close. Okay, get around. Go 1, 2, 3, and this should finish it. Okay, there you guys go. That is pretty much a no blessing Kaiselian fight. That's the hardest fight in the game, in my opinion, for WOBL, and I think that's the one where most people are going to get stuck on hard mode, including myself. There you guys see the drops again. No solidified stones, which is crazy to me because this keeps happening where I don't keep getting them, and it's been setting me back quite a bit on my course. But that is the fight itself, and that's how you get that one done. Okay, and then lastly, we have the last fight. Demon Castle Floor 100. Let's get this one done. So, same setup as before. The only difference here is, actually no, it's the exact same setup. I don't change this at all. So, same as the Easel fight. Just the only difference here is the way I maneuver, right? Of course, because it's a different fight itself. So, first thing you want to do is let him do his breath. Dodge. Jump in. Bring in your magnifying slashes here. Break. And then your plum sword, okay? So he's gonna go in right now and do his lightning. Watch the lightning on the ground. Try to dodge one of them, get back. And then when he comes down, just shadow step in, okay? Very easy to do. Go back in with your sword again, your daggers. Shadow. We're gonna break here. And then he's gonna come down right now with another AoE. Dodge that. And then right here, he should break. Okay, there you go. If you have 2 breakers, he's pretty easy to do. Gonna go in with that. Gonna go with Moon Shadow Daggers. And then Magnifying Slashes. Get as much damage in as you can here. He's gonna go into his next phase pretty quickly. There it is. See that? Look how quickly we got into that phase, guys. So fast. Right? Super, super easy. Here, just don't even bother attacking. Like, I do this once in a while, like an idiot. I should just back up and just enjoy this little moment where freedom, where I don't have to do much but move around. Right? So just avoid, 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 avoid. Right around this area, you can, if you need to, use Woo to get yourself a little bit more we go. Gonna avoid these. Shadow step in. This is normally where I would do alt, right? I got my shadow step, I got my branded, I got my full bloom, and I got my amplifying draw. This can send him to the next phase sometimes if I have my moon shadows up, and I don't this time though. Normally I can bypass this whole phase completely if my moon shadows are up. Right there, it is up. I just didn't want to cast it just so I don't lose it. But right here, I mean, you plenty of time to get this done, guys. So first swing, avoid. Second swing, avoid, and then just find her fine ass right there. There she is. On the floor he goes. And right here you can just, I mean, here I just do this. Honestly, just use your magnifying slash. It's not the end of the world. Get some MP back while you're at it. Okay, second phase, guys. So this phase is important because he comes in and drops quickly, okay? The drop is a little awkward. It's not like a normal time drop that you see in other fights. The drop is like a medium size. I can't even explain it. It's weird. My timing is off on that drop once in a while, and it's the most frustrating thing when that happens, but we got it this time, so no big deal. All right, so make sure you do this. Next phase, he's gonna go into lightning. So after the breath, he goes into his lightning phase here, and all he does is put lightning all over the ground. Again, try to jump into one, but shadow step it, right? So we didn't get any of those in. That sucks. All right. We can avoid this. That's okay. This is an easy. This is an easy one to avoid. It's not a big deal. Break him here. Into. There we go. Magnifying slashes. Save your ultimate for this part. Okay, he's gonna do it again. There we go. And then jump in. Alt. Okay. Now, I kind of messed up there. Normally, I have full bloom up. And I have amplifying draw, then I do my ult, which does way more damage than this, but it is what it is. We're gonna go ahead and push him through to the next phase. Now this is gonna be the camouflage phase. 1, 2, dodge. 1, 2, dodge. 1, 2, dodge. Right? Easy to do. Again, going in. Magnifying slashes, and again, remember I only have a heroic magnifying slashes, so for those who have like the epic version or the legendary version, I mean, sorry, you're gonna be destroying this fight. That was really bad. I normally get perfect on all those. Shoryuken, that'll break him again. Feel free to summon your shadows here to help out a little bit. This is pretty much over, guys, unless you somehow mess this up royally, which I don't see how you would at this point, but you never know. I've seen it happen myself personally, but and there you go. Finito. 0 blessings WOBL on free-to-play normal. Okay, very simple. Now a couple alternatives to using the plum sword and the Moonshadow daggers, of course, is Westwind. Westwind does an amazing job here still. Of course, using yourself the brand new Dict Demon King daggers or the Demon King longsword works really well here as well. So, or Zeke's works really well here, and the scythe works really well. So a lot of really good options here, guys, in order to complete this. But there you have it, the entire normal WOBL on normal mode, completed with 0 blessings, guys. Hope that was helpful and insightful. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you guys in the next video. F you, Baron. Peace.